Hey everyone, this is Doug. We had so much to talk about with our next guest. We had to split it into parts. This is part 1. Hope you enjoy. Welcome to Niggas That Under podcast. This is Douglas. And joined here as usual, Seb.
Yo, how you going, Dougie?
Hello, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a while.
You weren't here last time.
No, I missed the last one. I'm actually keen to see how good it is without me.
Yeah.
I am the glue that holds this whole comedy trio together. Well, if you ask me, that's what happens anyway. How you been?
Yeah, I'm all right, mate.
Yeah.
No Adrian today?
So who have we got sitting with us today?
All right, so today we've got a returning guest. We have Fabian. Hey,
Fabi.
Fabs.
Hey, boys.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me back.
Yeah, thanks for
Oh, we got a crowd here today.
Yeah.
thanks for coming in off the bench as a super sub, my friend.
No worries, man.
We appreciate it.
Yeah,
How you been, bro?
Yeah, good, man. Good,
Yeah?
good. How about you, boys?
Same, man. I the other day because I do a bit of driving with my work, my line of work. Anyway, I was driving. I had a little rest stop at a Macca's. I'm like, I need to go do a piss anyway. So I pull up. I'm like, I'm gonna get a coffee, do a piss anyway. So I go in there. As I'm walking through, and I guess this is going to touch on an embarrassing stories because the end of the story is I actually got kicked out of the Macca's by the manager and asked not to come back.
Oh, well.
But this is the whole lead up to the reason I got fucking kicked out. So anyway, I'm busting for a piss, go in there, quickly order my coffee. I go around to the dunny and the door says, pull. So I did. I pulled myself off. And then fucking manager said, don't come back, you're not welcome here.
Should have known.
Should have known.
But yeah.
Listening.
Yeah. Look, all of that story is true except for the pulling part and the getting kicked out of Macca's part.
Yeah, sure.
I
Okay.
did have to give my old man bladder. I did have to stop in for an emergency piss at a Macca's on the freeway.
Oh, God.
So, yeah, and it literally came to me as I was doing it. Like as I was walking into I saw a pool and I sort of giggled and went.
That's all the boys you saw.
yeah, literally, bro. I typed it and screenshot it. I can't remember. I think I sent it to Lids. I don't know who I sent it to, but I screenshot that story and I thought it was hilarious.
Okay,
God.
now.
Anyway, if you want to keep listening to any of those types of things, make sure you follow us on our Instagram and Facebook page, Amigos Down Under Podcast. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, and we are slowly working on our TikTok. We just need to build up our reels according to our TikTok extraordinaire out there. But yeah.
Fab,
Yo.
ready to do our tradition?
Oh, let's do it.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
All right, what do we got?
What have we got today, Fab?
All right, so we got Cooper's Brewery Original Pale Ale.
Yeah, nice. Here we go.
It's been a long time.
Cheers.
Salud.
Cheers. It's still nice and cold. Very nice.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Not bad.
It's gone down well.
Yeah.
Going down well.
Yeah. That's what he said.
Don't mind it. Don't mind it. Not the worst one.
No, there is far worse out there.
Oh, yeah.
Fab, what have you been up to? What's going on around you?
Not too much, man. Honestly, just work, focusing on that. Got a promotion not too long ago, which is good. So now I run my own team.
Yeah, nice.
Well done. Congrats. Congrats.
Yeah. What nobody told me is how much extra work there is. Nah, look, it's going well, but it is eating a lot of my time up.
Have you had that thought process and gone, fuck, what have I done? Or fuck, is this worth it?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
every waking moment.
I wake up feeling that way.
Yeah, no, so the industry that I'm in is pretty demanding, obviously.
Yeah.
I work in pharmaceutical distribution.
Yeah.
And obviously that doesn't stop. So regardless of the situation, like global pandemics, for example, still had to go in, still had to make sure that everything was flowing smooth.
Yeah.
Yeah, still going.
Fuck, man. You know how people go Target or instead of Target to fancy it up and
Okay, yeah.
Mont Druet instead of Mount Druitt. What did you say? Pharmaceutical something? Distribution. That's a fancy way to say you deal drugs. Come on, bro. Just say I sell sticks and,
Yeah.
and bags.
Yeah. No entiendo.
Nintendo?
What?
What did you say?
Yeah, but I do it legally.
Yeah. How about you, Dougie?
Oh man, I don't know why I decided again this year to do the city to surf.
Oh, that's right. You did too.
That's your fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sucks to be you.
Um,
Hungover as well, like you do every year?
no, not this time.
You broke tradition.
Yeah, not this time. Okay, so before I did it running and walking or
Yeah.
jogging, whatever,
Yeah.
I think the best time I did it 2 hours and 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I walked it
Yeah.
2 hours 33. No, but it's
How-
so good, man.
How many Ks is it?
14.
You know that you can drive that, yeah?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
I can. Just not with the people on the road. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, so
They'll move, trust me.
I'll give it to you, man.
Yeah, no, well done.
I consider myself pretty athletic, and I wouldn't do that.
No.
it's good, man. I don't know. It's fun.
Mm.
It's a fun day out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's annoying to walk and all that stuff, but
You definitely have to be with people that you want to be with. Because
Yeah.
Imagine being stuck with somebody for 14 Ks.
Yeah.
yeah, it's just
Is that why you never invited me, Doug?
Well, yeah, I was wondering why you went there. That's so much work.
Everyone else was. Oh, God. Sorry, Dougie, what were you saying?
Yeah, so then there's like always walking around with hundreds of people. There's heaps of people around you, so you're not really doing this on your own.
Can you drink on the way? Like alcohol? That is a band? A friend of mine?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure people have.
Yeah,
flasks
You
doing it all the time.
can't drink in public anyway.
Well, mate, if you have a Camelback, they hold 2
Yeah,
litres.
that
those
wouldn't
things,
hide
mate.
it. Yeah,
Fucking 2 litres. Man.
Yeah.
Imagine pouring in 2 litres of scotch into the Camelback.
just sucking.
1 kilometer later,
It's like a great race.
finished.
Yeah, just doing like a 1K burst of running and then getting thirsty,
Yeah.
sucking. Oh man,
Yeah.
that'll burn.
That's what she said.
Hey. Yeah, that'll burn hard. No, but it was fun. It's good. I like doing it. It hurts after, but it's good. It's a good experience. It's fun. They make it fun. There are people around you. So I think I recorded. I showed you guys. There were guys pushing a.
They get kicked out of the Maccas too
Yeah,
for pulling.
they're pushing a lawnmowers.
Yeah, actually, I saw that video you
They
said.
did
yeah.
it. Literally did it the whole 14
whole
Ks.
way.
Fuck, bro. I didn't even want to mow my backyard. Pushing a mole for 14
Yeah,
Ks.
and then like a couple of times they go up on the nature strip and then they lower it down. They start cutting someone's grass, but it was just like one line.
I get this.
Imagine you're one of those guys that
Yeah.
stickler for their lawn
Yeah.
and you cut their fucking.
Oh,
grass.
bro, you'd be filthy, wouldn't you? And they would have, given the number of houses and places they would have gone, they'd done it to at least 1 yard or one front, like
Yeah,
council
for
strip.
sure. Yeah,
At least one person out there's gone, this motherfucker.
Yeah, 100%.
but it's fun.
Yeah. So
It's worth it. At the
you
end.
were saying before, it hurts after.
Yeah,
Before it, you're like, oh, fuck, I can't believe I'm doing this. But during it, it's a lot of fun.
yeah.
So it's like anal, really.
What about? I was going to say, what about the marathon?
So basically, it's like anal. At first, you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this. During it, you're like, fuck yeah. Afterwards, you're like, I shouldn't have done that.
Instant regret.
No regrets.
No
It hurts
regrets.
to sit down and stand up and walk around.
Oh god,
We digress.
we did regress. So we'll talk about a few topics today.
Yep.
Hopefully have a few laughs.
Mm.
Catch up on Fab, but get his insight on a few of these topics.
Yeah, I'm looking
Mainly.
forward to it, actually.
For his guest host and guest. Yeah. Well, thanks for coming back on, man.
It's all good, man. Love being on. So it was good hanging out.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about public transport. All right. I'll go back to say my memory. So obviously you guys know that I grew up in eastern suburbs. So for eastern suburbs, there's no trains, so it was just buses the whole time.
Yeah.
So we used to catch it from where we lived to either Maroubra or Westwood's East Gardens. That was my memory, but I never caught a train. But I think we brought this up once before. I think during our discussion, when it was just us three, Seb and Adrian. What was the first public transport you guys remember catching? Was it bus, train, ferry?
I think Fabi and I might have something in common here because I'd catch it to school. Bus, yeah.
I used to get dropped off. But
Oh, did you? Yeah. And the
In
driver
his-
was
in his
a
limo.
Uruguayan bloke. Yeah. Uruguayan bloke that is friends with the family.
Yeah,
I forget his name,
yeah.
but he was always
No,
when he was driving, he was always really lovely and whatnot. But yeah, man, I remember catching the bus from a young age.
For me, it was more like I'd get dropped off and picked up from school, but it'd have to be bus as well, like or like
sick in, like,
excursions.
we lived around the corner from each other, but anyway.
Like, still do.
Yeah. I think I've been to his house twice.
3 times.
I picked you up today, actually. So 3 times.
Is that including when you were in William Stimson?
Yeah. Yeah.
No, actually, he was around more often.
Yeah, I was. Yeah. Yeah, because I just sort of turned up.
I had no choice.
Yeah.
My mum made me.
One day you'll need him to drive you somewhere. That day has come.
To this podcast.
Yeah.
She was right. Thanks, Mum.
Yeah.
You guys remember how giving money to the bus driver before?
Yeah.
It hasn't been that long, really, that's changed.
Yeah.
the
I
whole
don't know, bro.
Tap on system hasn't been
Tap on, tap off. That
10 years
that was
now?
around. Nah. Think about it. T-Way.
I did.
T-Way is easy. 15 plus years. Easy.
Yeah. Because it's been around Fairfield.
Yeah.
When I was, but man, I've got heaps of stories about public transport. Like, and they branch into embarrassing stories, but also funny stories. But my earliest memories, bus. And as you guys know, I get motion sickness quite bad. So the amount of times I've thrown up, either on the bus or just shortly thereafter getting off, or same as a train.
Yeah.
Mostly to do with school. So, I was in year 6, right? And we went to Homebush.
Yeah.
To check out Homebush from William Stimson. My girlfriend's
Olympic
there.
Park?
Hey? Olympic Park or whatever it was,
yeah.
yeah. So it's not that far, but back then it felt like forever. And me being the dumbass trying to be, an SC, a sick, you know what?
Yeah.
I sat with my missus and I went backwards because it was cooler. And it just made it worse, bro.
Yeah.
I got to, so I'm holding my lunch. You know those freezer bags?
Yeah.
Luckily, Mum packed it in one of the bigger ones, right?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there, I'm going backwards.
Oh, God.
We pull up and I go, boop, and I go towards my right, which is where my mate's sitting, and he literally pushes me away.
Yeah.
And I just make it in time to get into my bag, chunder right in front of my missus at the time.
Oh,
Nice.
That was fucking messed up. And I ruined my lunch. I had no lunch. I chundered straight into the bag.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, man, that was good times, yeah.
So you're one of those that can't sit backwards on a train.
No way,
But
bro.
you?
I prefer not to.
No way.
Sometimes I'll get a bit dizzy, but if I have to, I'll have to.
The missus even knows if the rare times we catch a train, we go up to the top, and I've got to sit sort of back a bit so I can see as far as I can through the window and stuff. And I still get nauseous from the shit.
Yeah.
A couple of shit from
Got a
people.
solution for that. Just fall asleep.
Yeah.
That's it.
Or just chunder. Fuck it. We'll just go to the next carriage.
No, I got the. I used to work in North Sydney, so I used to catch public transport.
That's right. You'd be up early as, hey?
Yeah, so I used to be a chef. I worked in the city for 15 years.
Yeah.
Started off in Liverpool Street, so I'd have to catch a train to Town Hall every day. Then I moved to North Sydney, which was worse because I had to get off at Central and then from there change.
Yeah.
But
So when you got off, did they ban you? No? Go on, sorry.
only when I got caught. Where do I start? But so many stories. Every day. So my body clock was actually pretty good. I used to love catching it. I hate it now. I don't know how I used to do it, but I used to love it because that used to buy me an hour and a half extra sleep.
Yeah, fucking oath.
As soon as I'd sit my ass
Yeah.
on that seat, I'd fall asleep straight away at Fairfield Station.
Mad.
Body clock would wake me up legit as I'm coming into Central.
Yeah.
Get off the train, change, fall asleep on the train at Central for 3 stops, wake up at North Sydney where I had to get off, go straight to work.
Fucking mad.
But so for those that don't know, our city has a loop when you get to the city.
Yeah.
So we'd get Redfern, Central, Town Hall, I think, and then Wynyard.
Yeah.
There's a big loop around the city, and then it goes back the other way. So I'd wake up at Central. I'd wake up at Redfern. I'm like, all right, hectic. I've still got 1 stop. And then the train will fucking depart. And I'd be going the other way. I'm like, for a split second, I just wake up. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Then I realized I did the loop. So I'm already late for work. And then I have to get off the next stop, wait for the train to come back to go back to where I have to go.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But I'd meet Doug on the train every now and then.
Yeah. So we
Cross paths.
pretty much started work around about the same time
Yeah.
in North Sydney as well.
And you just
Meet
sit
up.
next to each other sleeping?
Well,
much.
no,
Literally.
Yeah, we always met.
No joke.
Yeah, just like leaning
Yeah,
on each
there you
other.
go. Yeah,
sweet.
sweet.
Sometimes we'd time it, so
Mad.
then we'd be on the same platform or the same because Doug would get on before me.
Yeah.
So he'd tell me where he is on which carriage,
Mhm.
and I'd wait at that
Yeah.
stop and go in, just so we can say hi and then go to sleep.
I love that. That's mad. That's
Just
fucking
fall
mad. That's mateship there, right? Yeah, don't need to talk, just sleep.
And you get up. All right, see you later, bro.
Yeah, have a good one.
Yeah, yeah.
Enjoy your day.
But one story that
Kill
I
me now.
have public transport was went to a festival
Mm.
in the city, got pretty wrecked.
Yeah.
Mm.
Jump on the train after the festival, go home. I jumped on with one of my mates. He wakes me up at Granville.
Yeah.
And at Granville, he goes, he wakes me up and he goes, mate, you're a couple of stops away. Don't go to sleep.
Yeah.
Stay awake. I'm like, yeah, no worries. All good. Anyway, I wake up at Campbelltown, right? Which is like an hour away from my stop. On a Sunday.
Oh, fuck.
And I'm like, fuck. So trains on a Sunday run like a lot less
Yeah.
trains run on
Yeah.
Sunday.
Less frequency, yeah.
Yeah. So I had to wait an hour.
Fuck.
So I waited that 1 hour, the worst. My hangover already started.
Yeah. That's
Train finally fucking comes. I'm like, thank fuck. Get on, wake up at Central.
Far out, man.
An hour the other way.
Oh, man. Oh, well, at least you got to sleep a little bit.
Yeah, no shit.
Fuck, man.
Like proper 8 hours sleep.
Yeah.
I've done exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Same thing when I was working in North Sydney. So I think there's 2 stops I usually wake up from. So I used to catch the train from Edmondson Park, and I'd fall asleep, wake up around about Cabra, and then I'd be Flemington,
Mm.
and then I'd wake up around just before Redfern, right? And it would always be like, Redfern, sweet, I get like an extra a minute to sleep.
Yeah.
Done. Close my eyes.
Yeah.
And anyway, there was always a buffer.
Yeah.
So you'd get off at Central to do the change, so then you can get extra sleep, right?
Mhm.
But I could go, all right, if I miss it, I go to Town Hall, I can get a Winion, I can get off there and done. So I'm like, sweet, go to sleep at Redfern again. Then I wake up, like light is shining in my face. and going,
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
look up, open my eyes, circular key.
Fuck.
There, the sun's just blaring out there. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, great.
Yeah.
I have to do the loop.
Yeah. I'm on the loop.
Go back to sleep again. But those times
And
I'm
I
pretty
just
good.
went
Yeah, those times I'm not as bad as what Fab did.
Oh,
I didn't get
yeah.
it, but I'd
Yeah,
be like,
fuck.
I'd fall asleep and wake up and get off at Central. But then Central, one end of the platform, I think it was platform 23 or something, you have to go all the way back to 19.
Yeah.
That's just a bit of a longer walk. But yeah,
Ah.
it's the worst. I've done it, and I've gone past North Sydney. I've gone up to St. Leonard's
Yeah, fuck.
and gone, I have to go back
I've
again.
gone to places I
Fucking
didn't
hell.
know existed. I'm like, what the fuck is this place?
Am I in Narnia right now?
Right, so if you pass North Sydney, you get to what's that?
Wollstonecraft.
Wollstonecraft.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Right, it's
Never
like,
even
yeah.
heard of it.
Wollstonecraft.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
What the fuck is
Sounds like
that?
a magical fucking fairy place.
Yeah.
Anyway, you go there and the place is magical. It's like
Oh, yeah.
it's like on a high peak, and you've got the harbour bridge that you can see clear as fucking day.
Oh, mad.
You've got it's like a little rainforest area.
Yeah.
It's just weird, man. It's just
Yeah,
like
leprechauns.
It's like stepping into Narnia.
Yeah, right.
And I had no idea this place existed.
Yeah.
And then I visited it at least once a week.
You got to know it
Yeah.
regularly.
Where the fuck it was?
Yeah. I don't think a handful of times, but then again, I didn't really ever have to catch public transport for work. I've never really fallen asleep, missed a stop, but I do have a bloke I worked with. I won't say his real name, but his nickname's Bunch, or everyone that listens to this that knows him will know who I'm talking about. Anyway, he was married, whatever. Then he got divorced, whatnot, and he went into his party in single days. This was just as Lids and I started dating, right? So we would actually bump into him all the time in the city. I would sometimes make plans to meet him somewhere because we worked together. Anyway, so one day I'm like, yeah, we're going to this Latin club. I fucking forget the name, but Joss was there as well. So Joss, me, Lids, bunch of my mates and whatnot. I don't know what the club was, but they were doing all Latin music. Anyway, so I'm in there having to, and he's in there and he's fucking smashed already. And I'm teasing him because he's carrying this big, fancy looking cocktail glass. I'm like, what are they? You know, trying to be a real legend myself, say I'll drink beer, whatever. He goes, mate, this is a Long Island iced tea. Never had one before myself. All right, you boys know. He goes,
It's my go-to.
yeah, bro. This back then, it was like $10 or whatever, and my beers were like $7. And he goes, this is 5 shots of alcohol for $10. And I'd had a few beers by that stage, wasn't doing anything, wasn't even touching the sides. It was like a hot dog down the hallway, right? So, bang, get onto the Long Island iced teas. All of a sudden, I'm pissed. Anyway, he is off his face drunk. He disappears. We're there for another hour or two, club shuts. We're walking up the road. And you guys will know it better than me, but it's middle of Sydney where I think it's Central or maybe Town. I don't know which one, where you come up and there's a Woolies on the corner and across from it there's a statue. Town Hall. And there's a statue, and it's a massive intersection in the city.
Victoria Building, QVB.
Yeah,
QVB,
that one,
yeah.
QVB, right? So he's sitting on that statue, right?
On the statue.
He's sitting on it, right? He's sitting on the edge of it. So like
Okay.
that little,
Yeah.
not on the top, but anyway.
not on the Queen's lap.
I was further back talking to my mates, and Lids and Joss are there, and they start to scream, Zab, come, it's Pancho. And I'm thinking he's in a punch because they're panicking, right? And I'm just sprint up the road. I was fit back then, so I'm sprinting up the road, ready to go, ready to punch on. I run over, and I just see him sitting there, projectile vomiting.
Wow.
Like, I mean projectile, bro. Like someone turned on a fire hydrant. I crack up. Anyway, I crack up laughing. He goes, we were getting on the night ride. I said, bro, he couldn't even talk. He couldn't even talk, but with the night rider bus.
Yeah, no, right.
The bus, bro. It was like
was the
4, whatever time it fucking was in the morning, man.
Every stop.
That was
Oh, it was horrific. So you got 2 hours of hell coming your way.
Yeah, try not to get stabbed.
I fell asleep on that bus, right? Get dropped off. No, but luckily, so Lids and Josh, they were staying at Lids' place. They got off at Mountie. They were fine. I woke up and we were around the corner from my house at the bus stop. And my mate Juan, because he was staying at mine, and he's like, come on, wake up, bro. And I'm wake up. I'm like, what the fuck happened? I'm like, where's Lids? He's like, bro, they got off ages ago. Anyway, I talked to her the next day. She's like, you were out cold.
Oh, wow.
I was passed out, bro. I was gone. Anyway, I talked to Buncher on the Monday. This is a Sunday morning. I talked to him on the Monday. I go, bro, what the fuck happened? He goes, don't even start, man. I go, what happened? He goes, I don't know. He goes, I remember seeing you at the club. I told him where I saw him projectile vomiting. He tried to punch on with people, whatever.
Yeah.
He goes, I don't remember any of that. I go, how did you get home? He goes, all I remember is I woke up, he goes, at like midday, Redfern, towards the city.
What the heck?
So he goes, I believe I got on a train, passed out, they woke me up, whatever, and he just
Stayed on.
stayed
For a
on,
ride.
bro, because I said to him, last I saw you was like 4 a.m.
Oh, wow.
He woke up at midday on a train and he was at Redfern going back into the city. He goes, I don't know what happened. He didn't lose his phone, didn't lose his wallet. He had all his stuff. He just,
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck, man? Good night, but good night. He would have had, I reckon, probably 10 Long Island iced teas easy that night.
Yeah,
Easy, bro. Easy.
Bro.
Like he could drink and he was just punching them.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to ask you if you've ever played games on the train. Did you ever, with your mates or anything growing up?
So do you guys remember the old trains where you used to be able to flip the
bro.
backrest where you'd flip it
Yeah.
over
Oh, yeah.
and to face the other
Yeah.
way, right?
Yeah.
I'll see if I can explain it. So you'd grab the top of it and
Yeah.
then you'd flip it over to the other end and it would actually flip.
Yeah.
Right.
It'll go to like a
Whereas-
table and then you could go
Yeah,
to
it'd go to like a table, so it'd go flat
Yeah.
and then it
Flip
continue
over.
on. Now, when you move it, it just goes across. It doesn't
Yeah.
flip. It just moves over
side to side.
like a swing.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what we used to do was the ones that you could flip and have it like a table if you balanced it properly, and we used to play 13 on it.
Man.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and that was fucking pretty cool.
Dougie, any games? Anything with mates or
Oh,
anything?
man. Not that I can remember, no.
All right. I'm actually going to play the game with you right now.
All right.
Okay.
So basically what we used to do is, you know how when you're sitting in the certain carriages, it had the map of the whole train
Yeah.
network.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So we used to look at it and it was basically like I Spy, but what we would do is we would change the names and you had to guess what station I was talking about or what suburb I was talking about. So I'm
Okay.
literally going to play it with you right now.
Do you know the map? Do you want a
No,
map?
I'm just going to say,
Oh, okay.
what station am I talking about if I
Okay.
say kick plate?
Kick plate.
Wait.
Think of maybe the opposite of what I'm saying. Kick plate, one word.
The opposite of kick.
Punch bowl.
There you go.
Oh.
Punch flow. That's the shit we would do. Stuff like that.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Kick plate. Punch
Yeah.
ball.
So that one always
That's
stuck
right.
in my head. Yeah. I can't
that's
remember
pretty
some of the other ones, but I'm telling you, man,
Oh,
it was
it'd
a
be pretty
fucking,
hard for
it was a
some of them.
mad game. Like if you're just sitting around, you know, nothing really to do, whatever.
It'd be like KFC Village.
KFC Village.
Oh, here we go.
There you go.
KFC Village.
McDonald's Town.
McDonald's. See, there you go.
Yeah.
Womanly or ladily.
Lady Lee.
Ladily or womanly? Womanly. What's the opposite?
Manly.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, just shit like that. That was, you know.
Womanly.
Womanly.
Yeah,
I couldn't even say womanly.
Any
times.
any
Fucking
bad
hell.
experiences?
One thing that I could never. Oh, actually, two things. One, there's little dickheads that would play their music full blast, thinking that they were out.
Fucking hated that.
And then if you say something, it's almost
Punch on.
Yeah.
90% chance that you're going to punch on.
Yeah.
The second thing, and I know this is petty as fuck, but I couldn't
You're
stand
in
it.
a safe space, bro. Just say it. You're in a safe space.
No one's gonna hear.
Yeah.
Just us.
Literally, we got like
It's
5
between
listeners.
us.
Peak hour train,
Yeah.
right? So what we're talking about before with the movable seats. When so if the train is going one way, everyone should be fucking facing that way.
Correct. Don't go backwards, dickheads. It makes people sick.
It's it's the people that would fucking come. You're already sitting there. The seat is where it's meant to be in front of you, the back rest.
Yeah.
So then people can sit in front of you, facing their back towards you.
Yeah, of course. So you're not awkwardly looking at each other with randoms.
When
Yeah.
people will fucking come and move it so they sit facing face to
fuck
fucking
off.
face.
Oh,
If that's you and you listen,
yeah.
fuck you.
Yeah. Keep listening, but fuck off.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Listen to us on mute. We need the downloads.
That's exactly what happens. I was actually thinking about it this week when I was going to work. The new trains, you know how you got the single seat and then you got the one against the wall, and obviously people face it so you're going forward, right?
Yeah.
You're facing forward. And then I think if it's packed, there's got to be one person that's sitting right in front because there's nowhere else to sit. There's got to sit there. You're knee to knee with this person.
Yes.
That's how close you are.
It's
with
so
it.
close, man. Yeah.
That's the worst map layout, whatever
It
it
is,
is, of
100%.
a train. It's
But
shit.
the etiquette,
But
man.
at
You've
least
got to have etiquette on a train.
those people don't have the choice because those seats don't actually move.
Yeah,
Like
fair
those-
call.
It's
Fair
the
call.
ones
And if
that
it's
come
packed,
and
Deliberately do it.
the seat's already set up the way it's meant to be set up.
Yeah.
When you come and move it on purpose,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're a grub.
I get it. And you know what else? I'm going to throw another one in there. 2 more. One, the etiquette. And again, this is more Lids because Lids used to have to catch the train a lot. And now even with her job being moved to the city, she will probably catch the train in maybe once, twice a week max. But coughing, you know, people that cover your mouth when you cough or sneeze. You know what I mean?
That's disgusting.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
And Dougie, you would have seen it all the time.
I see it all.
Oh,
mate.
nah, you know,
that does my
I
fucking
can
head
better
in.
that. I can better that.
Yeah.
I've seen people, and it's always the same people, cutting their toenails.
Yes.
What?
I've
Yeah,
seen videos of this
bro.
shit. I'm like, what the
Cutting
fuck?
their toenails, cutting their fingernails,
Yeah.
just cutting their nails.
Yeah. Or eating really stinky food. Fuck, man. At like 5 a.m, you're like, is that
Nah,
fish?
at any
Is that
time. At
Anytime.
any time. At any time.
I reckon eating
Bro.
any food on the train is the worst.
Yeah.
Because it just
Yeah.
some food is nice. Okay, whatever. You can bring on KFC, whatever it is,
Yeah.
whatever. So when we were working in North Sydney, both of us,
Yeah.
I'd always get on at Central Station. I don't know if Fabi ever caught this same train. We always caught the second carriage from the front, right?
Yeah.
And there was a forehead guy who'd sit either upstairs or downstairs. When it first happened,
Yeah.
sitting there, ready to pass out. And I get woken up and like, what the fuck is that smell?
No.
Oh, someone farted.
No.
Fucking hell, someone farted. Anyway, let it go.
Yeah.
Whatever, I had to deal with it. Then happened a few times. Then I found him. Found out what the issue was. The guy was eating boiled eggs.
Oh,
This
bro.
was at 6:30 in the morning.
Oh, the fucking
He'd have
smell
it-
would have
he'd
been
have-
horrific.
5 boiled eggs. I saw him. 5 boiled eggs. He opened the container. As soon as he sat down at Central Station, he'd open the container
Yeah.
and start eating it. And then that smell, that is
Yeah.
the worst.
That's
That-
fucked up.
So that's one thing I don't like. Just be considerate
Yeah.
about that. And the noise.
Yeah.
I hate
Yeah,
people talking on the phone
Yeah.
on speaker.
Oh, what the fuck is that about?
Yeah. or putting loud music like, bro, I don't want to listen to your shit.
But that's in general. Have you seen those dickheads? And for all of you out there in podcast land, I'm holding a phone up. If your speaker is broken, like where you can't hear someone holding it to your ear, this is the only excuse. And I say this with an asterisk because go and get your phone fixed, you fucking idiot.
Or get a fucking pair of headsets.
Or get a pair of headphones, yeah. But they literally put the phone on loudspeaker, hold it up, and scream into the phone. And then the people are screaming back at them, and every fucker can hear your conversation. I don't want to hear your. I don't want to hear you talk, let alone whoever's on the other end of that fucking phone.
100%.
You know, like fuck off, man. Like, what is that about?
6:30 in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning when you're commuting, still half asleep.
Yeah. What about those idiots that do you sit right on the edge of like the 3-1?
Yeah.
And then you put your bag next to you and like cover the whole, and it's like, come on, man.
No, I get those people. I'm like, move your bag. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Fuck off.
Like seriously, fuck you.
Your bag's not paying to sit there. Fuck off. One of the craziest experiences I've had in my entire life was on a train.
Yeah.
Well, a train was a big part of it. So as I was saying before, I was a chef. I worked in the city. So I used to wake up at stupid hours in the morning to go to work. So it was always dark. And there was one morning I woke up, walked to my car, and it was really foggy. And like you get your foggy mornings, but this was like next level.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm like, this is really fucking weird. Anyway, get on the train to at Fairfield. And as I was saying before, I got to sleep pretty much straight away. So when I worked at North Sydney, in the city.
Yeah.
After Central, pretty much, you go underground.
Right.
And the next 4 or 5 stations are all underground. So you obviously can't see outside. I woke up at Town Hall, which is underground, like normal. It'd be just getting light now. So sun would be coming up. So city's pretty dead. Get off at Town Hall, go up, walk outside, half asleep still. And I look around, I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Everything was red. The fog was still around.
Yeah.
Everything was like, it was just really eerie.
Yeah.
But the red was glowing like, I can't explain this red. The first thing I thought was, holy shit, we're under attack.
Like Independence Day shit?
No. I thought a war was going on. I stepped through it because I fell asleep outside, like pretty much at Fairfield an hour ago.
He slept through it.
I slept through a fucking war.
No one woke me up. They left me on the train.
Yeah. You couldn't even throw a grenade my way so I could defend myself.
Nah, but it's funny now. But at the time, I'm the way. To put it into perspective, I thought that the whole city, I thought I was surrounded by a ring of fire. I'm literally surrounded
like when you have Indian food, yeah?
Bro, like I'm you went next level. But no, but I thought everything, I can't even explain it. It was just glowing red. And I'm like, half asleep. This is the first thing that I see. I'm like, what do I do?
Yeah.
Because if I'm surrounded by fire, if there's literally, like if we got attacked, I don't know. Like, imagine fucking falling asleep in New York in a tunnel. You wake up and the fucking you walk outside. The first thing you see are 2 twin towers fucking on fire.
Yeah. No,
I'm like,
fair call,
that's the first thing that fucking I thought. I'm like, holy shit, where's this fire coming from? First of all, can I get out of the city? Because if I'm surrounded by it, then there's not going to be any trains. So I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
But I was looking around and everyone was pretty chill.
We're in Australia too, though, so that probably didn't put you at ease. But I'm like, mate, we're under attack.
I'm like,
she's fucked.
Not much I can do. Let's fucking just keep going on.
Oh, like fuck it. We're going to the pub.
But first thing in the morning, you just wake up from pretty comfortable sleep, I might say.
It was a great sleep.
I'm like, what the fuck is going on? We're under attack and no one gives a fuck.
Again, literally what would happen in Australia.
What I did was I just went to work. But still not knowing what the fuck was going on. I literally had no idea. So I still went to work anyway. Yeah. So, pay rise would have been nice.
Commitment. Commitment.
We're at war and I'm working.
Potentially, and I still go to war. And then I figured out that there was a massive dust storm.
Oh, okay. I think
everything was red for ages.
I do remember red for ages. The cleanup after that was fucked.
Yeah.
But that was a crazy experience.
I'm just glad. I'm glad that story didn't end with. So I grabbed a baseball bat saw someone and I thought, fuck, that's a zombie, clonked him over the head and then realized it was just a junkie. After all, I was in the city.
Oh, no, I'm done really then.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
that
I do
was
remember
pretty-
that.
That was pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, that red
was-
dust was
because
crazy.
and in that situation, like, I mean, going from dark to light,
Yeah.
it was just so different.
Yeah.
I thought it was fog, and it wasn't fog. It was like it was dark. And then after
Fuck. Yeah.
I finished work, but the layer of the city was apocalyptic. It was
Yeah,
really
that's
weird,
crazy.
man. Really
I
weird.
remember like that happened, and then like I had to drive to work, but my car was red.
Yeah.
Like it was just full of
It
dust.
would have been. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Most of the cars were. You could tell the guys that parked outside,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and the ones parked in the
Like that
garage.
was so eerie, man. Like that whole. Do you remember that day? Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, I mean,
yeah,
you can,
yeah.
If
I
you
woke
don't
up going,
remember,
what the
vaguely
fuck's
remember
going on?
if you don't remember that day, just Google it. Just Google red Sydney or
So,
red dust storm.
I would've
It
been
was
like-
incredible.
I would have looked up and gone, a red sky. Blood has been spilled this night. Lord of the Rings. Yeah, buddy. Shout out Legolas. I know he's listening.
But that's many. I've got stories
Yeah.
galore on trains. When you're doing it for 15 years, you're gonna see some shit.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, fucking hell.
So actually, something happened to me. I don't know if it was this year or last year. I get to Liverpool station at about 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's not that busy. Pretty quiet. So there's 3 platforms at Liverpool. So there's the middle one, and everyone to go to the city always goes on platform 1, which is the one on the right side.
Yeah.
And there's usually families. I'm assuming they're going to the airport or something like that. 'Cause
Yeah,
they've all
okay.
got luggages and stuff,
Luggages,
right?
yeah.
So that's the time when you see little kids.
Sorry, I just thought of Lloyd going on a plane, huh? Anyway, go on.
Why going to the airport?
Yeah. How'd you know?
Flying somewhere? I saw the luggage and I put 2 and 2 together. you know?
Oh, fucking dumb and dumb. Anyway, go on.
Yeah, so that's the only time you see kids. So that day there was a kid there, and I hate going to Liverpool. Just putting it out there, Liverpool I think is yes. Anyway, I hate going to Liverpool.
Another story.
Yeah. But I have to go there every single time I have to go to work. But so that day, so there's always a train on platform 3, right? And it's always waiting there for a while. So I walk down, headset on, and look across to that platform and the second door. And I see this guy standing there and he's carrying on. And I look at him properly.
Yeah.
He's got no pants on. Just in his white undies and a shirt. Drunk or high as fuck on the
fuck
train.
were you doing that day, Seb?
Yeah, no, I was going to say, so Adrian was there too then.
Yeah.
You're looking straight at Adrian, right? Yeah, drunk.
And,
yeah.
And I went, I don't know him. No.
Yeah.
He's
Not my
carrying
mate.
on. Man, I swear, I felt sorry for the little girl because she had to see him.
Oh,
like
no.
he's carrying on. Going, some guy's coming down the stairs and goes to him, you all right? He goes, yeah, fucking all right. Yeah, fucking.
That's every
talking
day.
all like that.
Yeah, every day.
And man, the workers were there just, you all right?
Just watching him.
Yeah, I'm all right. Fucking, yeah,
Sticky
fucking.
butt brain.
Yeah.
Me
know-
fucking lighter.
And then that doors closed.
It keeps
And on he
going.
went.
Oh, fuck.
But you know what? You know what's crazy? With the trains, right? You don't need to know where you are
Yeah. To know where you are.
to know where you are.
Yeah.
You look at the people and
Yeah.
you know exactly
Yeah.
what station you're at.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
The thing, I would say our network is pretty good. I'll say one of the better ones around the world. But when there are delays,
Oh, it's fucked.
oh my
It's
God.
fucked. Like, there's no.
And you know
it
what?
just falls apart.
for some reason, we get a lot of suicides on our networks.
Yeah, man. It's crazy.
A lot.
Yeah.
Like, and you don't hear about them on the news or anything. You
Yeah.
never do. You never
No.
do.
That's right. Yeah.
But if you commute on trains every day, you notice it's there's a lot of death.
it happens, man.
A lot of death.
It happens. Yeah.
But not only that, and the delays are out. Man, there are times when I finish work at, say, or when I used to finish work, say 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I'd go home at 10:30 at night just waiting for
Fuck,
trains,
man, that's
or
fucked.
delays.
Yeah.
Man, it's fucked.
Yeah.
And they happen a lot more often than you'd think.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't get media attention, but I know exactly what you're saying, man.
Yeah.
I actually remember one of my it used to happen a fair bit. So going back to when I would with my mates, like on school holidays or summer holidays, whatever, we'd love going to Bondi, right? So it was literally we would walk to St. Mary's Railway, which was a bit of a walk, or if we were lucky enough, we get dropped off, depending on how early it was. But most of the time, we're at the railway station waiting for the train or waiting for our mates to catch the train between 7 and 8 in the morning. And I tell you what, the amount of times we copped abuse at St. Mary's Railway Station from all the junkies coming out from the either shooting up somewhere, like the clinics there, or getting their methadone. And I never forget this one guy came out, and it was right around when Pauline Hanson was trying to bring back, I think it was the White Australia policy. I think it was her.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, and dead set, this guy come out. There was about 6 of us and not like a white, I'm using inverted commas, person there. And this guy's coming out to a bunch of 13, 14-year-old school kids, high off his head. And he's like, "White Australia, fuck off back to your own country." And I'm just like, fucking hell. But that happens so many times on the railway. So that's what I mean when you're talking about those railway stations, bro. To me, it's literally like you guys, it's like a piece of furniture. You just think, oh, yeah, it just happens.
You get used to it.
You do. It's which is a shit go, but, fuck. What do you do?
Characters on public transport, man.
I love it.
All right, well, let's move on to next topic.
Oh, please do.
Embarrassing stories.
Ooh.
So I'll
those.
kick off.
A few of those.
I'll kick off one when I was a bit younger. So my mum, okay, it would have been about 14, 15 years old, right? She goes to me, "Come to the shops with me. I need to buy something from the shops." And we're leaving Willow Park at that time, so I went to Stocklands Willow Park.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, all right.
Shout out
And
Stocklands. Love that place.
And as always, we go to the parents, they always send you to go in there. They wait in the car, you go in.
Of course.
All right. So she goes to me in Spanish. She goes, "Go to Woolies Franklin's, all right? Anda a Woolies Franklin's and comprarme a hacer." I'm like, okay.
A what? Ah, here we go. Okay.
Right.
It's part of the story.
I'm like, okay. Yeah, no problem. All right.
What the fuck am I
Done.
doing?
All right. So I'm walking into Stocklands.
Yeah.
And thinking, what the fuck am I getting? What is Akaserser? And she told me, she goes, sorry, I missed that part. She says, it's in the medicine area. I'm like, okay, done. So I walk there. I'm looking up and down. I'm like, Panadol. What's it?
You're Neuropen.
And I'm like, what the fuck is Akaserser? I'm like, oh, fuck, I have to go back.
Oh, no.
All right. So I went back to my mum's, to the car, sorry. I go, "Mum, are you sure that's what it's called?" And man, she went like Super Saiyan on me. She goes, "Te dije, I told you. Akaserser, and I told you where it is. Go get it."
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, Mum. She goes, "Just go ask somebody." I'm like, oh, all right. So I'm walking there. I'll go back into the shop. Go back to the aisle and I'm looking around. I'm going, no, I'm not going to ask. I don't even know like if I'm saying it properly, if that's the word. I'm looking, no idea. I'm like, oh, fuck it. I walk up to the customer service and I go, excuse me, I'm looking for Akaserser. And then the lady is looking at me going, looking for what?
Exactly.
I go, my mum asked me to come here and get some Akaserser. And it's in the medicine section. She's like, well, I'll come with you. So we go to the aisle, and then she's like, "What's the word again?" She goes, "Akaserser." She's like, "All right." She's looking. She goes, "Is this it?" And she grabs it.
Yeah.
Got the box.
Yeah.
I looked at it. Alka-Seltzer.
Shit.
Bro.
Bruh.
I felt like the dumbest guy
Oh, fuck.
ever.
That is fucking brilliant, Doug.
You know,
That is fucking brilliant.
that I'm gonna go off topic a little bit, but that happened to me in Uruguay. Right? So happened twice. So my credit in Uruguay ran out. In Uruguay, they have like little kiosks on the street that you can buy shit like that. Like little, they're like little news agencies, but like little, what are they called? Like little bodegas, like, anyway. So I went there, How do you say credit here in Australia in Spanish?
Crédito.
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 100%.
Yeah.
How do you say fence in Spanish? La fensa.
La fensa.
Fensa.
Yeah.
But in Chile, they say reja
Okay.
as well.
La reja, yeah.
But
La
you can
reja,
say-
la fensa. Yeah, but one or the other.
But you can
yeah.
say,
Fensa, yeah.
in Uruguay, we say
Yeah.
muro.
Muro.
As well,
Yeah,
muro.
that too. Wall,
But-
yeah.
But,
Muro.
we say,
yeah. Yeah.
but mainly it's fensa, right? In
Yeah.
Crédito. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So I ran out of credit. I need to go buy more. I'm like, I'll send in Spanish and I'll translate. But I'm like, hola, ¿qué tal? Yeah, muy bien. Okay, preciso, no sé, $100, 100 pesos de crédito. And he goes, 100 pesos de qué? So he goes, 100 pesos of what?
Yeah.
I go, 100 crédito para el teléfono.
Yeah. Credit for the phone. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
credit for the phone.
Yeah. 100,
You guys-
100 pesos for credit for the phone.
He goes, ¿qué?
What?
Anyway, so I found out the hard way that our parents coming to this country not speaking English
Yeah.
adapted English and Spanish
Yeah.
within the same fucking language.
They,
Didn't they?
Yes.
So
yes.
fence
Yeah.
isn't la fensa.
No.
It's not. La fensa doesn't mean shit. Crédito
Yeah.
doesn't mean fucking anything. So I'm asking for fucking $20 credit, and this guy's looking at me like, "What the fuck do you want?"
Are you normal?
And I'm like, I'm in Uruguay, and I'm thinking, bro, you're in a Spanish-speaking country.
Yeah.
You don't know what crédito is.
You're dumb shit. This dickhead.
What kind of fake Uruguayan are you?
Everyone see this dickhead here?
Bro, I couldn't understand it. And then when I finally came home,
Yeah.
I said that story, and my
Yeah.
parents are like, "Yeah, that's not a word." I'm like, "Well, fucking, why are you teaching us that then?
Teaching me that.
Why for fucking 30 years have I been
Yeah.
thinking that crédito is credit in Spanish?
Yeah.
It's not, you fucking."
I got that same when I went to Chile for my auntie with La Fensa. Same, literally, it's
Yeah,
like
La Fensa.
reja. But see, I sometimes don't like saying it because in Chile, raja
Raja.
is like
Yeah.
a derogatory, like a rude way of saying
Yeah, you're a dog.
ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're an ass. I'm going to kick your ass or whatever, whatever, blow it at your ass type thing. But it's full on. But yeah, fensas are made up. Crédito.
Completely.
Yeah.
Crédito, fensa. Like
So what
this.
is it? Did you find out what it actually is?
Yeah, saldo.
Saldo.
Saldo. Oh,
Saldo.
yeah.
Okay, I never heard of that.
That's the first time I heard it.
Okay.
And
Nah.
I'm like,
okay.
just give me my crédito.
Yeah.
bro.
Well, I actually have. When I was painting with my brother, right? So for a while there, I was doing construction, painting stuff, and all that. And it was the typical uncle that's not an uncle situation, especially for Chileans.
Yep.
So Tio Jorge, he's been in Australia longer than my parents. So my parents came in '86. I think he was like in the '80s, like
Yeah.
'70s to '80s. And I swear the bloke knows 3 English words. And if you're sitting there speaking to him in English, he literally does this big fake smile and just nods his head. So he just literally just like what you're doing now, Fabi. He literally just nods his head and goes, and he's got no idea. So anyway, we're working at this property in Double Bay, this 4-story massive fuck off McMansion.
Yeah.
On the very, very top. And the bloke that owned it, rich as fuck, and he was such a lovely guy, right? He came up, said g'day, and then asked how we were going. So my uncle, inverted commas, is trying to tell him, yeah, we do. And he goes, in Spanish, what does oxido mean to you guys?
Oxido.
Rusty.
Right? So oxido, and what does herramientas or herramientas?
Tools.
Yeah.
Okay. So he literally is trying to talk to him. Yeah, we could do. And I was there to translate, but also help. And he's like, yeah, this, and he's pointing to this light, outdoor light that obviously had rusted.
Yeah.
Being outside, it was metal. He goes, we sand. And he goes, and we get rid of the oxidation. And I go, yeah. So we're going to sand to get rid of the rust. He goes, yeah, rust. And then he goes, and then we get some herramientas. And I go, yeah, we get some tools. He goes, yeah, tools. And we...
That reminds me of my grandfather. You remember my grandfather?
I do, yeah. Pardon me.
I used to play soccer in 5 Dock.
I love this fucking story, man.
Okay.
And my grandfather was a soccer fiend. Like, he'd come to every game. All of us played, right? All his grandkids. He'd get to every single one without fail. And I played a 5 Dock. And he'd always love talking to his mates about how his grandkids play soccer and all that.
Yeah, of course.
And yeah, he was very proud of that. And anyway, so like, I'm going cinco perros. Well, cinco perros, right? So cinco perros in English is literally 5 dogs.
I'm going to 5 dogs.
I'm going to 5 dogs tomorrow night to watch my my grandson play soccer. Oh,
So in his head, he's hearing, we're going to go play at 5 dogs.
Yeah, what is 5 dogs? And, but for ages, and even though I'm playing that 5 dog,
Yeah.
it just never clicked to me until like further down. I'm like, 5 dogs,
Yeah.
cinco perros.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah, man.
I'm not playing at 5 dogs, bro. I'm fucking 5 dog.
Fucking love it.
Fucking hell. Yeah, the
bro.
best.
I've
man,
said
the
it
best.
before. Like Great Western Highway, I thought was called the Greston or the Great State Highway up until I was like 14.
Bro, Capastra.
La
Compacha.
La Compacha.
La Compacha?
Cow pasture. And
Cow
even
pasture, La Compacha.
growing up, obviously out Fairfield Way, we'd go to Cabramatta a fair bit and all that. And my parents love pork rolls, or as my dad would call them, porklos. I'm like, so, and even asado, bro. I never bought asado. I was driving, so I had my piece. I was 17, right? We'd moved out to St. Clair, and we had a butcher that does and still does a great asado.
ESL.
Yeah, right. It does.
Born here, ESL.
Yeah. So my parents send me to the local butcher, and they go and get asado. Literally, ando a comprar el asado.
Yep.
¿Cuánto kilo? So go and buy the asado. How many kilos? 3 kilos, 3 kilos. All right, cool. No, so I go there, and I get there, and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Well, I'm looking for the word asado because out in Fairfield, I've been with my parents and all that, and it would say asado. No matter, you'd be in a Vietnamese butcher, and it would say asado.
Yeah.
Right? And I'm like, huh. So I'm 17. Anyway, I try and ring my mum, doesn't answer. Ring the house phone, back when we had house phones. Yeah, rang that, no one answered. And obviously I had like $30 credit, whatever. So it would have been like real quick. Hey, what's it called in English?
Saldo.
Sorry, I had $30 saldo. So anyway, I'm doing that. No one's answering. I'm like, fuck. So anyway, I'm talking to this younger girl, at the time my age.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I need 3 kilos of asado. So I'm trying to even say it gringo, asado. She's like, what? And I'm like, asado. And she does no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. Luckily, Linda, who still works there 20 years later, knew what I was talking about because she obviously had heard my parents mention it or whatever. And she goes, oh, he's after the beef spare ribs.
Yeah.
And anyway, she pointed to him. I'm like, yeah, I think that's what they are. 3 kilos of that.
I had the same thing when I lived in the Blacktown area, and I went to, I think it was Woodcroft Butcher. They sold it, but beef spare ribs. So I walked up, I'm going, fuck, right, I'm going to buy. Coming from Fairfield area, Liverpool area, it's all the same thing like you were saying. Look it up, I'm like, oh, I see it, there it is. And look at it, I'm like, beef spare ribs.
That's what it's called.
That's what it's called. But they had a sign, so I was looking for it before I asked for it, but yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Well, my
Exactly the
old man
same
once, similar thing, sent me to go and buy puroai. Exactly. Puroai.
I've heard this before.
Yeah, I've told this story. I don't know if I've told it on the podcast.
But I can't remember it now.
Puroai. So it was back when he did it all, the older cars we did your old servicing where you literally would put just water in the radiator instead of coolant.
Yeah.
And he checked the battery because we were going on a trip and it was short on liquid.
Yeah.
So you needed distilled water or whatever it is, and it's puree. The brand is
the brand is
puree. So I'm like, he goes, and he's starting to get the shits like Freddie
like my
Soto
mum,
would
she
say,
went Super Saiyan.
look left her, And that's it. I'm like, all right. He goes, it's in the water section. So instead of getting into an argument over the phone, I just went, I'm just going to look at the water and try and find. And sure enough, I'm like, puree. Because it comes in a 10-liter bottle. It's puro ai. And he's like, P-U-R. Puro ai. Puro ai, weón.
Stupid.
Puro ai, weón.
That's funny, man. Any more embarrassing story? Boys?
Embarrassed. So I've actually got one that's train related as well.
Okay.
So I'm out at a Christmas party at fucking Whoop Whoop. It was like Mona Vale. The place is called, it's like a fucking expensive, real nice pub there right on the beach. Maybe, I think it's Mona Vale or something. It's like ritzy as fuck. Anyway, so we literally went out there. We hired a bus. Everyone chucked in for this bus. There was one bloke that had his MR and he didn't drink because of his religion. So we're like, beautiful. So about 20 of us from our team jumped on this bus after a night shift and drinking on the way. Like if I could finish the night shift 6 a.m, 10 o'clock, we're on the way drinking, whatever. We get there. And as you know, you need to go to the toilet. And I'd reached my limit and I'm like, I've got to go. I did the old Harold Holt. I did the back door. I just fucking said, I'm out. I'm going. I didn't really say bye to anyone. I dogged it basically. I backdoored it. I went straight to the closest bus stop, and I'm like, I need to get to a railway because I need to get back to. I'm out at Penrith Way, and the bloke goes, "Oh, mate, it's a 45-minute trip on the bus to a train station, the closest train station."
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck. So anyway, I had to piss. So I've got my beach bag and I brought the cricket set. Like from when I got on the bus, I had to piss, right?
Yeah.
And I'm drinking all day.
Yeah.
So could you imagine 45 minutes later how badly I needed to piss?
Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah.
Oh man. So I'm running, like I get off the bus, I'm fucking sprinting to the railway and I'm trying to get directions because I didn't know where the fuck I was. It was in the city somewhere. And I come to the escalator, big steep escalator. Still don't remember which station it is. And bro, I've got the you know which cricket sets I'm talking about, the beach cricket sets, hard plastic bat, whatever. Yeah. I'm running and the escalators are going opposite ways. And as I'm like running down the escalator, getting people to move because I asked someone where the toilet was and it was fucking down the escalator to the left. I pull the cricket set up onto my shoulder like that and it swings out. And bro, I'm running down an escalator. The escalator going the opposite way is coming up and I hit this poor Asian guy in the face, bro. And the fucking dunk it made was, to this day, I still hear it in my ears, man. This hit, and I know I hit him because I turned around and he's flung his head back and he starts to hold his face. Bro, I shit you not, I reckon this guy would have had a broken or at least a bleeding nose. And I was going to piss myself. So I went down, I pissed, I come back out and I actually stood at the bottom of the escalators waiting for someone to come and find me for knocking this cunt senseless, right?
Yeah. And
it didn't happen. So I waited for about 5-10 minutes and I'm like, okay. I felt really bad. Hey, I'm thinking I've got to hang around and apologize to this guy. Explain. Nothing. I was like, all right. So I jumped on the train and went home. I pissed again. I literally did. I pissed again before I jumped on the train. And sure enough, as soon as we pulled up to my train, I went straight to the toilet and pissed again. It was just, but I tell you, it's not really embarrassing, I guess. But man, the sound this made, and I know because it's got a clear bit at the top. I could see the handle at the top. So I hit him. You know how hard those, everyone that's had it, the base of those plastic bats are pretty much concrete. Yeah. And I'm running down. Oh man, this poor bastard. He's probably still concussed to this day.
I've got a train one, it's a real quick one. But so coming home from work one day, and as you know, I sleep on the trains. I used to put my feet up on the back of the seat in front of me. I just found it really, really comfortable to sleep.
Fair enough.
So I had both my legs up, and an hour and 20 minutes, as I say. Get to Fairfield and I woke up as the doors were just opening. So I'm like, fuck, this is my stop.
Here we go.
And I was up against the window and I was on a 3-seater. So I had 2 people next to me. So I had to jump over them. And because I was scared to miss my stop, I freaked out. So I jumped over these 2 people who had no idea I was about to do that. So
what the fuck was
they shit themselves.
Passed out as well.
But the Sydney trains, when it was peak hour, you had people standing up, sitting down. It was crazy.
There's no quick exit.
This train was packed to the rafters. Anyway, both my legs are dead. And because I woke up all of a sudden and I saw that I was about to miss my stop, I just started running.
Yeah.
You know those cartoons like Wile E. Coyote where he's running in the air for fucking ages and he's about to fall off a cliff?
He's just
and then he stops. He looks down.
That happened to me mid-air when I'm jumping over the 2 people.
Did you hold up a sign that said, help me?
Help. Yeah. Anyway, I land when I jump over these 2 people. I land, and because my legs are dead, I just collapse to the floor. And this was on the top tier, right?
Yeah.
So I still have to go down these stairs with 2 dead legs, hoping that these doors don't close on time. So I try to get up and start running. Again, my legs aren't moving. The whole way down. I'm falling the whole way. The whole way. I fucked both my knees, my back, my shoulder, just to get out. Anyway, I made it to the bottom.
Yeah.
The door's closed. So I've got to get to the next station, which I'm pretty sure was Canlevale.
Canlevale, yeah.
Sorry, say
every
properly.
dickhead looking at me.
Canlevale.
Canlevale.
Yeah.
With everyone in that carriage just looking at me. Just like, what the fuck?
Is this guy normal? Is he fucked?
I'm in agony. Everything fucking hurts, bro. You have no idea. Anyway, so I had to get off the next stop and then go back.